Your goal for 2024 is to improve your fitness. You want to look better, you want to move better, and more importantly, you just want to be able to do the things that you love to do. However, so many people fail. It's almost like a joke at this point that people will set their New Year's resolution and then a month later they're not doing it. And it's kind of sad because fitness can improve your quality of life in so many different ways, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so, how can we create a conducive environment that can allow you to stick to your goals? In the book Atomic Habits, he highlights the importance of your environment. To kind of explain what he means by that is, in most scenarios, when we physically see something, it leads to some form of trigger, which could lead to some form of craving, and then the reward. For me personally, anytime I would see a snack in the kitchen, it leads to some form of craving, which usually leads to me having my hand in the bag, shoving the food in my mouth. And this can be used in many different examples. When you come home from work, you see the TV, you have the craving to then go on Netflix, which allows you to receive the reward of enjoying a nice show while you sit there for 2 to 3 hours. And so our environment is super, super important because everything is little distractions. Everything is preventing you from wanting to achieve your goal, unless you set your actual environment up for success. And so I want to guide you through 4 questions that can help you maybe set up your environment in a way that will allow you to make exercise a habit rather than just some off-chance goal that you hope to achieve in the near future. The first question that you should ask yourself is when and where. When am I going to do my workout and where am I going to do my workout? This is so important to define because if you don't know when and where you're going to do a workout, you're leaving it up to chance. And when you leave something up to chance, you can't measure it, you can't progress, and importantly, you're basing it off of motivation, so you're probably going to fail if you do that. And it kind of sucks, but that's kind of the reality of that. The second question is, how can you make the action more enjoyable? What can you actually be doing during your workout or exercise routine that can make it just more fun in general? Most people hate exercise, and you're probably the same way. However, you can make it more enjoyable by listening to music that you like, a podcast. I've even seen people read a book, but I wouldn't really recommend that one. I don't know how you do that. But just have and curate a playlist that you know you can sit through and enjoy, so you're not sitting there kind of on Instagram or TikTok mindlessly, not paying attention to what you're doing. The third question is, what can you physically see that can allow you and remind you to go to the gym? Now, this one is so important because, like I said, most of our environment are cues to get you to do the thing that you don't want to do. But if you set up your environment to see things that you need to see in order to get you in the gym, like a stack of clothes, like your gym clothes, a gym bag, a water bottle, your headphones, like have that all in an area in your room in which you can't avoid or you can't not see. It will remind you of the goal that you set to lose 20 pounds, to look shredded, to look better, to move better so that you can play with your kids or be able to play basketball with your friends. This is so, so important. And the last question is, how can you make this habit into a 2-minute version? And what I mean by that is, if your goal is to read a book every day, obviously that can be extremely overwhelming. And so what would someone need to do to break it down into a 2-minute version? They would read a page or two. They would time that, they would read a page or two, they would stop. In the same way, you could do that for exercising. If you struggle with being able to go to the gym and it's an hour workout and you can't do that, just make it a 2-minute version. And just don't trick yourself into thinking, oh, I'm going to do this 2-minute, then I'm going to do the 60-minute. No, literally just do 2 minutes. And I know that sounds really stupid, but it's better to show up consistently than to randomly and sporadically do an hour, hour and a half workout. And so that could look like maybe doing some mobility or stretching on the ground and then literally just stopping. So let me know how these questions have helped you, and hopefully that you have some sort of idea of how you can shape your environment to help you achieve your goal. And most importantly, make exercise a habit rather than a stressor.